All right, we're back. We got our first number one guest of the day. Close personal friend of the show. Like real close personal friend of the show. You can find him on Twitch at fresh_. That's fresh with a PH. Avyion, what's going on, baby? How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
We're doing good. Now, I pointed out every time we're on Zoom, that computer you got going on is legit.
Mm-hmm. She's pretty.
I just changed up the colors yesterday, actually.
Oh,
You have to open it and change colors?
Yeah, in the back of the computer, there's like a little switcher. You just click on it. And I have a remote for the fans over here.
Now, that is 100% for show. That's not you don't buy that for yourself.
That doesn't improve the computers. The lights aren't giving the computer any extra gigs, any extra RAM.
Up a trophy case not to show off the trophies. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a glass piece on your computer not to show it off.
Yo, it's proven more RGB gives you more FPS in game. It's actually proven.
Show the stats.
No, I'm joking.
We need a fully written research paper on this, Avyion.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know how to do those, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we know Avyion. We met him out here in Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start right with the gaming. When did you start getting into gaming itself?
When I was really young, I was on like Nintendo and all those types of games. I was playing Duck Hunt in the garage.
Yeah, Duck Hunt. Were you playing with the actual gun?
Yeah.
Of course. So I had it when I was a kid for NES, and I used to use. We had a bazooka that also came with it, and I would use the bazooka on gun.
Wait, Duck Hunt came with a bazooka?
No, the NES came with.
Oh,
it worked
gotcha.
The same way. It had the same functionality.
Gotcha.
Actually, you guys should know what the bazooka is if you played Super Smash Brothers. It's in Super Smash Brothers. You have the bazooka, and it has the big yellow thing that shoots. You can.
Yeah.
That's from the NES.
I did not know that.
Used to shoot the ducks. It worked the same as a gun. They didn't explode or anything. They didn't make new graphics for it. But I always used to use bazooka. I was that kind of person. I was the kind of person. Oh, you can use a gun or you can use a bazooka. But I just interrupt you about
no, you're all good.
Gun, that's
yeah. I started off like really young with those like Mario, and then like Duck Hunt, and then I started getting to like FPS games. So
I was gonna say
I'm at now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, when did you start getting into those competitive gaming?
I think like when I was like in 5th or 6th grade, I was always playing like Call of Duty and stuff like that. That's what I mostly played.
Wow, that you were able to get Call of Duty in 5th and 6th grade. I didn't get like any shooting games until middle school.
I didn't have it until high school. I didn't play anything other than Nintendo until high school.
And you still don't play anything other than Nintendo.
I still don't play anything other than Nintendo.
Yeah.
Hey, look at my shirt. Come on.
Mario
shirt.
Yeah, I played like Modern Warfare 2 and just like Black Ops and all those.
See, when I first got an Xbox, the big Call of Duty game at the time was World at War.
World at War.
Mm-hmm. Did you play that one?
No, I never actually.
That was just before Modern Warfare 2. Yeah.
Okay.
It was right.
It came after COD 4 and Modern Warfare.
Warfare 2, yeah. Because 4 was, I think,
and it was such a different change of pace because they felt way different. Different
producers. I loved that game. That was really the only Call of Duty game I ever got into. So if you're looking for somebody to do shooting games with you,
it's probably me.
Here. It's not right here. If you want to get whooped in Smash, that's right here.
Man, that's your game.
I know. I just said I'd whoop you.
It's my game. Funny story about Smash. So when I was in my undergrad, we would travel for Lacrosse. We would always bring a like big TV, and then like there was outlets on the buses, and so we would plug in Smash and play Smash on the road for like 8-hour trips. I don't remember winning one game, but it was fun. I remember it was fun. My teammates were really good at it.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing you had some teammates that just smacked you.
Oh yes.
Who did you use?
We were playing. No, I was using like Greninja and stuff like that, like the latest ones.
Yeah. Oh, so this is what two ago then, right? Or is that
the
last one?
It would have been the Wii U one.
Wii U, yeah.
Yeah. Greninja, he's fire.
He's fast, but he's so weak.
Oh yeah.
So weak. You go up against anyone more powerful, it's over. It's absolutely over.
Fast versus fast, he's okay.
Fast versus fast is very good. Even fast versus kind of medium, Like if he's going up against like someone like Link, who I like to use, he's not bad. But then you put him up against like Ganondorf, forget it. You're getting sent off the map. It's fun. It's funny you say that because Connor and I did the same thing when we coached together. We brought a Switch and we play the kids in Smash, and I would just dominate the kids. Them. Dominate those middle schoolers. They couldn't beat me. Actually, beating middle schoolers at a video game is like that's like the top.
Well, that was the thing because most of those kids were only getting Switches. Because they were kind of that age where parents were like, we're not going to get them.
At Beaver Country Day, they got everything. They got whatever system they
That's
wanted.
true, but most of them were playing Nintendo.
Yeah, they were playing the Switch. And I would whoop those middle schoolers. Whoop them. I showed no mercy. No mercy.
It was a sad couple of trips for me, but we got through it.
So when did you start streaming on Twitch?
I started streaming like a year ago almost.
All right.
But I was on and off for a while, but as of recently, like starting in June, I started really going in on it, and then I hit affiliate. Last night we hit 200 followers. Yes,
hey, congrats, man!
I know.
So before that, did the pandemic have anything to do with it? Like, why didn't you do it earlier than June?
I was really focused on school. I was playing lacrosse. I was doing school. I was trying to get my grades up, graduate, but once the pandemic hit, that's really when everything kind of took off for me. I just was able to focus on school and then video games because my senior season of lacrosse got canceled. So I was like, well, I got to pick up something.
Got to do something in my spare time.
Yeah. So that's why I went to streaming.
You played lacrosse, but you played football first. What made the transition from football to lacrosse?
I played football for like 13 years of my life, and then I transitioned to lacrosse because my junior year of high school, one of my buddies played, and he'll say, "Hey, come out and play." And so I came out. I was decent at it. Like, it was fun. And then when I got to College of Idaho, I was playing football, didn't really enjoy it, but I didn't want to leave yet, transfer out to like a JUCO. And so we had a lacrosse team. And so I was like, I can like try and get on a lacrosse team. Maybe I can get a scholarship. And so I ended up playing there for 4 years.
And you must have loved it, huh? Because you still go out and play lacrosse all the time.
Yeah. Whenever I have spare time. Yeah, it was actually like I was planning to leave that school and just go play football because that was like my love, like my passion. But then like I found like really good friends. It was a really competitive league, and so I was like, I might as well stay.
Now, would you say lacrosse has taken over football, or is football still your number one sport?
Like interest-wise, I would say football and then lacrosse.
I was going to say interest-wise, it's hard to say I have an interest in lacrosse, but it's hard to find Major League Lacrosse or any lacrosse league on anything.
Yeah, I know. It's only really in the summer, and then this year it was like a 2-week season.
Yeah, so I could see where the interest would lie, but like if you had the choice for walking on to some football team or walking on to a lacrosse team, they were the same level of sport, which one would you pick?
I'd probably play lacrosse just because it's a little more fast-paced, interesting. It's different, there's a different play every play,
For sure.
Different movement, different motion. I feel like football is kind of cut and dry, but it's also fun when you see those big plays.
Plus, you probably will survive longer after lacrosse than football.
Yeah. Especially being my size, it was an advantage. So
you're a lineman, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I was a defensive end, and when I played at College of Idaho, and then I played D-pole and face-off at College of Idaho. The last 2 years, I mostly just faced off.
Save that brain ears for a little bit, right? So
just a tad.
Just a tad. So if people are logging on to Fresh_ to find you, what are you usually playing?
Typically I'm playing Apex Legends. I'll play like Among Us with some friends. But most of the time it's Apex.
Were you one of the people that got into Fall Guys?
Fall Guys, yeah, I got into it for like a minute.
Has that fallen off? Like, is that like not?
It fell off pretty hard. The new season came out and people still play it, but it's not the same. Once Among Us came out, it kind of took away the Fall Guys people.
Yeah.
And then there's always a new game. Like Phasmophobia is kind of taking people away on Twitch now.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a cool horror game.
I'll take your word. I have legitimately no idea what that. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I don't play it just because I'm kind of
Avyion doesn't like the scary.
Yeah, I'm a scary berry, so I don't play those types of games.
You got to play it with your red lights on.
Get
the atmosphere. So you never played Slender Man?
Nope. I watched it once. Nope. I think the scariest game that I even got close to was like Five Nights at Freddy. You ever hear of that?
Yeah, I remember that. I played that in college.
Yeah, I just played it with like the homies. We were all in like one dark room. There's like 10 of us in there, and we just see something sprinting at us, and we just all get scared. Like it was just funny.
That's what me and my buddies would do with Slender Man back at the end of high school, or summers between college.
You just put the lights out.
And then like one person would play, and we'd all switch off.
No.
And everyone's like tense. We're like, oh, don't turn around! No, he's right there.
Yeah.
So when you first started streaming, was it Apex or were you on the Fortnite train at the time?
No, I
Fortnite's
actually
still big in June? No, probably not.
It's still pretty big.
It's still pretty big, but not what it was.
It's bigger than
a year
Apex.
Ago. Is it bigger than Apex?
It's probably still the most popular battle royale to watch on Twitch.
Besides,
I'd say average.
Yeah, Call of Duty's probably number one on Twitch, isn't it?
It depends on the day. If the big streamers are playing Fortnite, it's a big Fortnite time.
Does Ninja still play Fortnite, or is he on to bigger and better things?
I think
he jumps in occasionally.
He jumps in occasionally.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the question before we get too offhand there. So when you were first starting, was it Apex or was it something else?
No. It was Apex for a little bit, but I immediately switched over to Call of Duty. I didn't play Warzone. I played multiplayer, and it was because I was going through this phase. We were training for like a competition. We had like a tournament. Me and my team that I had at the time. But yeah, I was mostly playing like CDL stuff.
So when you're streaming, and we talk about this all the time, but the people listening don't know this, you stream very late. What is the reasoning behind how late you stream?
So typically, the strategy for a lot of streamers that aren't established yet, they'll stream at nighttime because during the day you have your established streamers, the ninjas of the world, the guys like TSM Aberelli and TSM Imperial Hal for like Apex. They stream during the day because they can keep that normal schedule because they will have viewers all day long no matter what time they stream at nighttime. Everyone's looking for a streamer to watch because those guys are regular people sleeping in bed at a good time unlike me.
I hope they're in a bed.
Yeah. So that's why I stream at nighttime. I'm able to draw a little bit bigger crowd than I would during the daytime.
Nice.
But it takes a toll sometimes. Sleep schedule gets messed up.
Yeah, I bet. Now I'm going to ask a question and then Connor's going to take over. He doesn't know the question, but he'll know. You're a big anime guy. Yeah. What are your favorite animes to watch? And then Connor's going to take over from here because I'm going to be lost.
Okay, so
we already know what his favorite one. We've seen it before, but tell the viewers, Avyion.
You still have to say it because people listening don't know.
Well, if you come to my stream, you throw a follow. You'll see a One Piece animation. So One Piece is my favorite show. I'm really big into anime. I have tons of animes that I watch. I actually have to watch the One Piece episode that came out today.
They're still making episodes.
Yeah, Jesus. It's like 952, I think. Yeah. But yeah, that's my favorite anime of all time. One Piece.
What other ones do you like watching?
Right now I'm watching One Piece, Haiku, Black
Haiku,
Clover.
Baby.
Yes, sir. Black Clover. I just finished God of High School. What else am I watching? I just finished Food Wars.
Food Wars is great.
Yeah, Food Wars is really good. It's a good So I like watching the sports animes, the food animes, and then the fighting. Obviously,
I think that fighting's the biggest one. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. The kind of fantasy or sci-fi ones tend to be a little more popular these days. But legitimately, yeah, no, those like high school slice of life animes are popular. Like Avyion was saying, the food ones have been popular. Sports, like Haikyuu is a pretty.
What are the food ones? What does that entail? Like, what does that have? Like, they're making food?
Okay.
Like, they're chefs?
You go for it, Avyion.
I'll explain Food Wars real quick. So, Food Wars is basically this kid. His dad owns a restaurant. His dad leaves to tour the world to, like, be like he is a chef. And so he sends his son to this high school that is specifically like a culinary arts school. And it's like the best chefs around the world. And so only the top 1% graduate from the high school, like usually like 25% like drop out. And so it's him going through improving his skills, like competing against other people. And it's actually super cool.
I see why anime is so big. Because you could find an anime about whatever you're looking for.
The bit about this show, though, Avyion, that you're not mentioning, is whenever he cooks for people and they taste his food, it turns into like this weird, like, pardon my language, orgasmic scene where their clothes just fly off and they're in like this angelic LSD state because the food he's made is so good, and it's such just like a weird anime thing that goes on. But like that's a major portion of this show. They all have these insane reactions to his cooking.
The first episode was just like that, and I was like, "What am I watching?" No one suggested the show to me.
What am I watching? Like, episode 2. What am I watching? Episode 3.
That's exactly what happened.
All right, let's go a little bit back to streaming while we got a couple more minutes. So, when you're typically streaming, how long would you say you stream for?
I usually stream from anywhere from 10:30 p.m. to around like 2:30 a.m. And then I'll hop off, and then I'll like watch other people. Yeah, Pacific time. Yeah, and then I'll watch other people's streams and say hi in their chats and just hang out.
And you can find Avyion somewhere else on TikTok. You want to tell us a little about that?
Yeah, my TikTok is fresh_gaming. It's a lot of this Apex meme type things. I'll like put a clip and then like put a meme behind it. Or I'll do like a in-person showing off like my setup or just like the latest trends that are going on TikTok. It's just to be funny and try and draw in a different crowd to like my streams, but also have a community on TikTok as well.
With your streams, what's the coolest moment you've had on a stream? Like maybe a cool donation or someone that stopped by or whatever it is. What would you say the coolest moment is?
One of my friends, he's an IRL friend, but he's pretty big in the Apex scene. Got a cool host by him. His name is Serial. He's an Apex pro. That was pretty cool.
His name's just Serial?
Yeah, his name is Serial.
It's a great name.
Ceryal though.
Okay.
Yeah. You can find him on Twitch too. On Twitch. Other than that, the other day I did kill the #1 Apex guy or player that has #1 in kills. Killed him, and then his teammate, who is a pretty famous like streamer as well. His name is Nokopos. He played for CLG.
Yeah.
So
how often do you see people like that in games? Not too often, right?
No, it's kind of weird. So the way PC works on Apex is since there's like a more like concentrated group of players, you typically are put into lobbies like that. So you'll see a lot of Apex predators or diamond rank players. And so right now I'm at like plat just because the season reset. I'm usually around D3, which the threshold is D3 and up. You play against predators. And so like I'll be playing against those pros and stuff like that, and sometimes it's not fun. Like
it can really dampen your spirits.
Sometimes I get rolled. Like I'm a solo queuer, so for those that don't know what solo queuing is, it's like usually you have like a squad of like 3 people, and you can fill that squad with like friends or like people that you know. I just go by myself and just play with 2 random people most of the time.
Are you communicating with them typically? Are you doing the team chat, or are you more of a like, I'll just ping?
He's not doing the team chat.
No, I do.
Carrying the team on his back and saying, "Let's go this way" with the commands you could do.
Yeah.
Dropping pins.
I try my best to, because I play controller, which because I came from console June, so I'm still on controller, just learning that. Well,
there's no problem with controller. I'm a controller boy.
Do most people use like keyboard and mouse?
It depends. Most pros typically are with any of these games.
What's the benefit of that?
Faster reaction times. Typically, it's easier to move your hand like this to see someone and snap to somebody than with just your thumb.
That's gotta be tough though. Like just the transition from a controller to a keyboard. Like I feel like then me personally, I'm also an awful gamer, so this is probably useless information. But if I went from using a controller to using a thing, I mean, it would take a lot longer for me because I've been using a controller my whole life. Like I'm assuming most of these gamers have been using controllers their whole life.
At one point, I tried playing Apex with mouse and keyboard, and I couldn't, so I just plugged my controller back in. It's not that I never grew up playing those games on a computer.
You didn't play like pinball or
not shooters on a computer. Like I didn't grow up with like in the Counter Strike and stuff like that.
Caterpillar game where you keep growing Snake. You didn't play Snake on your
Caterpillar.
What was that game? It was like a free game on your computer.
It was called
Snake. Snake, yeah.
The one where you have to build the snake and it goes around and you can't touch it. Yeah, Snake. I used to play that on my Nokia.
Yeah, that was a phone game.
Yeah, that was a free one. So where can we find you other than on Twitch? Where else can we find you?
My Instagram is fresh_gaming. TikTok's fresh_gaming. My Twitter is Avyion, AVYIONF. And then I have a personal Instagram as well. It's AvyonF as well. You can find me on all those socials.
And you typically streaming every day?
For the most part, yeah. I stream every day. I try to when I'm like not doing assignments for class or something like that.
What a good student, folks.
When we have to write papers.
So go on to Twitch, give them the follow. Make sure you have the notifications on so you can know when he goes on. And go give him a follow, fresh_ on Twitch. Thanks for joining us, Avyion. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Thank you so much. All right, we'll be right back with Frankie Alvarez. We'll be back.